Yard line. The first carry for Amir Abdullah. Oh, now he bowls him over. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Amir Abdullah, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hold on. Hold on.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep in the direct. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Only a couple there. It's going to be brought down about the 28. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Off of play action, Darnold sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Blue 90! Gone! 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 Gone!
A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, it's Jones. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Ravens send their punter out now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the Jets set to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number 1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Colby Listenby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. On the move to his left. And a little floater there is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They're going to look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Set, 3-19.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens are in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember the dribbler, draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Abdullah. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to Abdullah on first. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
On second down, Darnold. A dump off for Abdullah. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to slither by. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Detroit,
6 yards was the
Detroit.
pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Gun!
They come out here in the eye.
Gun!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And no, it's incomplete. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch the pass.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd.